Breaking news. Jürgen Klopp's sensational Anfield return. Liverpool prepare for a new era as the legend takes over coaching staff. In a dramatic storyline that has shaken English football, former Liverpool manager Jürgen Klopp has announced his intention to return to Anfield. This time not as the head coach in the traditional sense, but as the overall leader of Liverpool's coaching staff, a role specifically designed to stabilise the club's sporting direction and restore its competitive edge. According to internal sources close to both the club and the German tactician, Klopp has held a series of private discussions with Liverpool's board over the last 2 weeks. These talks reportedly intensified after Liverpool's inconsistent performances under current manager Arne Slot, especially following a sequence of unexpected defeats that have left supporters deeply frustrated and the club hierarchy increasingly concerned, a move that nobody saw coming. Klopp's initial departure from the club at the end of his glorious era was meant to be final. He had openly spoken about exhaustion, the need for rest, and the desire to slow down. But football never forgets its greatest heroes, and, as insiders say, Klopp never fully closed the door. A source close to the negotiations revealed that Liverpool's owners, FSG, have spent months crafting a role that would bring Klopp back in a strategic and supervisory capacity without forcing him into the intense weekly grind of frontline management. This proposed role involves overseeing the coaching framework across the entire men's football setup, including first-team structure, player development alignment, tactical identity, and long-term squad planning. In simpler terms, Klopp becomes the brain of the entire coaching system, while Slot remains tactically responsible on match days. But many observers believe this arrangement may evolve quickly, depending on results. The announcement that shook Merseyside. Speaking to a group of German journalists during a private football conference in Munich, Klopp confirmed the rumours that had been circulating for days. Liverpool has always been home for me. When the club calls, you listen. I feel refreshed, motivated, and ready to help in a way that makes sense for the team and for myself. According to eyewitnesses, Klopp spoke passionately about the emotional bond he shares with the club, describing it as unfinished business in my heart. Within minutes of his declaration, social media erupted. Liverpool fans flooded platforms with messages of excitement, disbelief, and pure nostalgia. Memorable scenes from Klopp's unforgettable moments, the Barcelona miracle, the Champions League parade, the first Premier League title in 30 years, began circulating widely, reigniting an emotional connection that never faded. How Arne Slot reacted. Liverpool's current manager Arne Slot, who has faced mounting pressure after inconsistent performances this season, reportedly welcomed Klopp's decision. Several journalists close to the club say that Slot has privately admitted feeling the weight of succeeding a legendary figure, and that Klopp's return could provide invaluable support. A club insider revealed, Slot respects Klopp enormously. He understands that Liverpool is not an easy environment for new managers after such a dominant era. Having Klopp around will help him, not undermine him. Publicly, Slot is expected to address the media later this week, but the atmosphere around the club suggests that he has accepted the new structure as part of a larger rebuilding effort. A revolutionary role never seen before at Anfield. Klopp's official title is expected to be Head of Football Coaching and Performance, a senior role linking the manager, the sporting director, and the board. Responsibilities will include setting the long-term tactical identity of Liverpool, overseeing coaching quality for all technical staff, supporting the manager with strategic decisions, helping in transfer planning and squad reshaping, improving player development pathways, establishing data-driven training frameworks. While Klopp won't be leading matchday tactics directly, his presence alone could re-energise the dressing room. Players such as Salah, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson and Alisson still consider him a father figure, and younger stars grew up idolising his football philosophy. The atmosphere ahead of his return to Anfield. Liverpool fans are already preparing for an emotional reception. Klopp is expected to be present at Anfield this coming weekend, sitting on the technical bench behind Slot as the club unveils their new coaching structure. Sources say the club is arranging a warm introduction before kick-off, though not as grand as a full ceremony, in order to respect the current season dynamics. For supporters, however, the symbolism is enormous. Klopp's presence alone carries the weight of belief, unity and passion, qualities many feel have been missing since his departure. What this means for the future of Liverpool. The return of Klopp signals a bold new chapter for the club. Analysts believe his involvement will accelerate the rebuilding process, attract top players, and re-establish Liverpool as a serious contender both domestically and in Europe. Some football pundits predict that if results under Slot fail to improve, Klopp might once again find himself pulled back into frontline management. But the German has repeatedly said he is not ready to take full coaching responsibilities again, at least not immediately. Regardless of the speculation, one thing is certain: Liverpool have brought back their greatest modern figure to awaken the spirit of Anfield. The club, the fans, and even neutral football lovers are preparing for a story that could reshape the Premier League landscape once again. A new era begins, fueled by passion, history, and the triumphant return of the man who built the Liverpool dynasty.